Hello, my dear student in grade 6. Today we will start with activity number 4, voluntary and involuntary acts. There are two types of actions. Actions that are automatically performed by the body without thinking are called involuntary actions, while actions that are performed by the body after thinking are called voluntary actions. The first picture includes a boy who thinks how to build a house using these cubes. In this way, the boy uses his brain to think, so this process is classified as voluntary actions. The second picture includes a boy who is trying to touch the cactus fruit, but suddenly he left his hand without thinking. So this process is classified as involuntary action. Let us distinguish the actions revealed in these pictures as voluntary or involuntary. In case of blinking as shown in the first figure, does he think or no? No, he doesn't think. So it is classified as involuntary action. Going to school, do they think or no? Yes, they think how to walk. So it is classified as voluntary action. When you breathe, do you think or no? No, we don't think, so it is classified as involuntary action. When a baby salivates, does he think or no? No, he doesn't think, so it is classified as involuntary action. Next, a girl who is eating a piece of cake. Does she think or no? Yes, she thinks, so it is classified as voluntary action. Next, is walking considered as voluntary or involuntary? It is voluntary action. Removing hand from hot object, is it voluntary or involuntary? It is involuntary action. Playing the piano. Is it voluntary or involuntary? It is voluntary action. Riding a bicycle. Is it voluntary or involuntary? It is voluntary action. Is your heartbeat voluntary or involuntary? It is involuntary action. At last, is choking voluntary or involuntary action? So choking is involuntary action. So now, eating a cake, riding a bicycle, walking, playing the piano, coming to school, these are classified as voluntary actions since they happen with thinking, while the heartbeat, breathing, blinking, removing hand from hot object, choking, salivating, these are classified as involuntary actions since they happen without thinking. Now, the path of the nervous message for a girl collecting apples. Voluntary actions. Here, the eye, which is the sensory organ, is stimulated by apples. Then, the sensory nerve transfers the message from the eye to the brain and the spinal cord that analyzes and interprets the received message. After that, the motor nerve transfers the analyzed message to the muscle of the hand to extend and collect the apples. Here we have example about the path of the nervous message for a girl touching a hot object, which is involuntary action. When we touch something hot using our hands, as shown in this figure, the skin, which is the sensory organ, transfers the message to the spinal cord by a sensory nerve, and then to the muscles of the hand by a motor nerve to leave the hand quickly without thinking. This is a summary for the pathway of the nervous message in voluntary and involuntary actions. In voluntary action, the sensory organ received the message from the outside. This message transferred to the brain and the spinal cord by a sensory nerve, and then to the effector by a motor nerve. So here there is an intervention of the brain with thinking. While in the involuntary action, the sensory organ received the message from the outside. This message transferred to the spinal cord only by a sensory nerve, and then to the effector by a motor nerve. So here there is no intervention of the brain without thinking.